This is Nancy Nino, and we are here at the 5th Annual Toronto Pro Super Show, and this expo is just happening. Pandemonium is striking, and I have run into the hottest men on the market right now, not to mention they're the talk of the town. We have our double trouble, take your double take, with Terry and Alvin, Bayley Provincial level competitors. Welcome to the Toronto Pro Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You guys have definitely made a statement on the Toronto scene, and your name is bursting on the scene, of course, being twins, being, family and friends and rivals. How do you handle that?
We have fun with it. We just enjoy it. End of the day, he's my best friend. We take care of each other, and we just want to win together.
So today you just finished the provincial prejudging with the OPA. How did that turn out for you?
It was okay. We didn't do as well as we thought we would have, but we took it as a learning experience. We're going to come back, and we're going to do even better. It's all about the progress, right? So we're just going to always come back better than we did this time for next time. So
the great thing about you guys is every time people see you, you're always smiling, and you're so humble. And that is just such a pleasing thing to see in this industry. And the fact is you just turned pro in 2012. So ultimately the goal is to get your pro card. But what about outside of that? What are kind of the items on your bucket list? We'll start.
I'd say an item on my bucket list is to go visit the Olympia when it's on. Just see everybody there. Maybe even run into Sean Roden, since we want to be like him ultimately, live the lifestyle he lives, ultimately get to his size, because he's very aesthetically pleasing, yet he's still massive. So I think that's the way we want to go with our future. In terms of my bucket list, there's very much on there. I'm a very simple guy. Give me food right here, video games, a couch. I'm more than happy just doing that. I don't need much to do really to have fun.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned Sean Roden, because he came onto the scene and had quite an impact. He's coming into the top 3 to 5 about the Arnold and the Olympia stages. And you guys have that similar physique. You have that X-frame, tiny waist, broad shoulders. And then we go back to the days of the classic bodybuilding with the flex wheelers and the Sean Rays. So do you have any other inspirations in the industry?
I'd say mainly flex wheeler. We always watched his videos. He's actually one of the first bodybuilders we ever knew of. And it started with watching videos on YouTube, sending each other the videos back and forth. Other than that, we've got like Victor Martinez, let's say, is the one. Dexter Jackson, another. I think he's here this week, I'm not exactly sure, but just a lot of the old school bodybuilders are the people we look up to and want to aspire to be like. Yeah. A huge up-and-comer that I really like and follow now is Juan Morel. Reason is we share a similar frame, and he's developing just like we're on the way to developing our frame as well. So we see his videos, we see how he's growing, it makes us want to grow more as well.
And what type of improvements do you think you each have to make to get there?
Definitely bring in fuller legs, bigger quads, bigger hamstrings, as well as our chest. We've had poor development in our chest in the past, just continuing to bring that up to match our shoulders and our arms.
Well, I think you guys have a bright future ahead of you. And maybe for those out there, how old are you? Because you know that muscle grows with maturity.
We're only 26, so we're still babies, and we're looking to grow into a fuller, more mature bodybuilder.
Oh, you have a great future in front of you, definitely. I mean, you've got years to come, so that's a big bonus on your side. So do you guys both train together, eat together, prepare meals, or do you drive your parents crazy, or what? Your fridge must be stacked, one fridge for you, one fridge for you.
So we still live with our families, and the fridges do get quite full. I work overnight, so while my brother works day shifts, so it's good because when I'm sleeping, he's preparing meals and vice versa to make sure that we're always on point with our eating and our training.
Is it true that you guys are firemen?
Working on it. We're in training right now to be firemen. Hopefully in the future Ontario will take us on in one of their divisions to work for them. Yeah, they always say bodybuilders can't be firefighters, but Steve Kuklo's one. We never knew that there were bodybuilders that were firefighters until we ran into him. So I mean, if there is one, it's very possible to do. He makes it seem very easy, so I mean, you just gotta schedule it and make it work, right? So I think we can do it.
Well, there's police officers, there's firefighters, and you guys are both here to set a new standard. So before we leave, tell us about your experience competing with the Toronto Pro Show and the OPA.
I love it. I mean, it's a learning experience, right? And they're always there to give you advice for your next show, and they like to see you grow. They've always seen us from our first show, so they always say like, oh, you've gained here and you've gained here, and they always give you advice to work to the next show. So, I mean, they're always willing to help. You just got to accept what they tell you and just go with it, and they'll take you far. Yeah, it's really good.
Well, this attitude's going to get you real far. And before we go, where can people find you online, social media, website?
So if you look for us at never2big.com, that's NVR2big.com, as well as our Instagram, which is the exact same thing, never2big. You'll find all of our social media information and ways to contact us.
So all of you out there need to follow Terry and Alvin at Never Too Big. And that's a wrap here at the Toronto Pro Show. This is Nancy Nino.